My name is Kenya Beeman. I'm the Community Relations Officer for Family Movement. Right now we're about to begin our info session, and we want to welcome you to it. We want to thank you for showing up this evening, and there's a lot of information we have to share with you about Family Movement and what we have to offer our community. So without further ado, I'd like each of our board members to introduce themselves and their role within the Family Movement organization.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Johnson, President.
I'm Anissa Ray, Director of Programs and Services.
Kenya Rivers, Founder.
Tanya Freeman Wilson, Grant Writer. Donna Manning, Licensed Social Worker.
Michael Benazzi, Director of Recruitment.
Great, that's it. Thank you. Just to give you a little information about who and what Family Movement is. Family Movement is a nonprofit organization founded by Kenya Rivers, formerly Johnson, in 2008. We empower and stabilize families in transitional living by mentoring and teaching self-worth and family values. We also build unity in the community by connecting organizations, businesses, and people to family movement events and workshops. We aim to instill forgiveness, acknowledgement, motivation, inspiration, and love within yourself to each of our clients. Our team is focused on delivering valuable resources to create stability. Our goal is to measure each outcome of stability based on the services we provide to display the list of homelessness. Next item on our agenda is the overview of the Family Movement.
Good evening, everyone.
No.
As you can see, our agenda will have an overview of Family Movement.
Turn this.
And I have all of these things. I was going to put them on me, but I didn't want to get tied up. Each one symbolizes what our families go through when they come to us. As you can see, this is a lot of things that they go through when they come to us. They have depression, anger, and failure. So with our mental stability,
Well, now you have to click off the thing first. And now arrow it. Yeah.
this is the statistics for 2011 and 2012. So with our the children and the families of the homelessness, it just shows like 84% of the families that experience homeless, they are family or female headed. 42% of children in homeless families are under the age of 6. So that's the youth statistics. More than half of all homeless mothers do not have high school diplomas. So for all the youth that's sitting out there, hear that. 29% of adults in homeless families are working. So that's just 29% out of 100 percentile. And there's much higher rates of family separation in the low-income families. And these are just some of the reasons of homelessness. As you can see, the majority of them is from eviction or being overcrowded. And all of these are from the Department of Transitional Assistance, and then you can also go on to another source, which is familyhomelessness.org. This is our strategic planning. This is the pillars of success that we use. The vision, as Kenya stated, is to empower and stabilize families that are in transitional living. We teach and mentor self-worth and family values and every level of success, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. So as stated with these, all of our families come to us with some sort of issue. And with these pillars of success, we plan to accomplish them. So this is depression, anger, failure, and we release that from them by teaching the mental stability. This one is unemployment, DTA benefits, having little to none income at all. So we do that by doing the workforce development. This is all out of order, sorry. Then we have the youth enrichment. We aim to do a preventive measure with this, and we have not yet started that. We're still piloting it. with our resources, it will end homelessness, it will end pregnancy, or have at least a low risk, because we want to speak realistically. Financially impairment, unknowledgeable, so we train all of these pillars for our youth. Then, for the physical awareness, some of our families are out of shape, they're stressed, they're not physically aware of themselves, so we help them with that by building up their self-esteem with the makeovers and empowering them to, or encouraging them to attend health fitness centers. Then the education enrichment, we have families that come to us that have, they're a high school dropout, they haven't finished GED classes, or have no drive, or they have no drive to finish their education. And then the financial stability, people come to us with debt, lack of funds, risk of homelessness, and unable to afford their bills and housing. So with that, we want to be able to stomp on all of those things when we capture our audience with our families and be able to allow them to be self-sufficient. So these are the pillars of success that we use. We identify the situation, we implement, and then we execute. These are our programs. We have the board of directors that are at the top. We have the executive director, which is myself. We have a licensed social worker, which is Dawn, if you can just raise your hand. We have the assistant of community relations and assistant to programs and services, which is Bria and Taja. They have just come on board, so they are assisting behind the scenes with all of the programs and the community relations, and as well as Kevin Lilly. Where we need your help are the next couple of charts down there where it says volunteer. So as we go through the slides, you can get a feel for what the organization is about as a whole, and at the same time, how you can get involved. And I'll open it up to Anissa.
Again, my name is Anissa, and I oversee the programs that are operated out of Family Movement. And the programs, again, as Lakenya said, basically focus on the mind, body, and the soul. So what we do is we have a lot of workshops. It's a series of workshops that run concurrently for 4 months. And during the time of those workshops, we address all of the issues that Lakenya just discussed. And our hope is that at the end of that series of workshops, clients will participate even further in the rest of the programs that we offer, that we're in the form of, in the process of structuring and creating at this moment, to be able to work with families upwards of 5 years to increase their likelihood of stability. So again, some of that is, building on self-worth, knowing what you're worth, and not accepting anything less than what you're worth. The physical awareness, again, in the makeovers, that comes from partnerships with HealthWorks and a lot of other facilities that assist us in doing the makeovers. We have a lot of partnerships who are in the works with a lot of educational programs, so we will be able to refer people to various educational programs as they need it. So if one of the goals created by working with you is to complete your high school diploma, that's the focus at the moment. If it's to gain an associate's degree so you can actually increase your income and get a better job, that's the focus that we put on that family. Workforce development, again, more partnerships that we have with different agencies, JobNet, CareerWorks, Strive, that allow us to make direct referrals to clients, for clients who are in search of employment. And not just, any type of employment. We're structuring this so that when people go into the workforce, they're actually going into careers and not just jobs. We want people to be getting careers that are not only going to increase their income, stabilize the family, but be that kind of support and mentor to their own children, to understand that education is the key and to keep moving forward with your life and your goals. And then again, as Lakenya mentioned, the Youth Develop Enrichment Program, we're still in the works with that, but the hope is that we will be able to work directly with youth. specifically youth who are at risk of homelessness. And so here you'll see some of the organizations, and this is just a few of them, that we have either had partnerships with or have current ongoing relationships with. So any organization in red, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Revision House, Heading Home, and Project Hope, these are organizations that we still have relationships with, and we still have relationships with the others, Critton, Trenton, Trinity, FIT, St. Ambrose, ABCD, Homes for Families, Millennium House, all of which are shelter programs where we work with those shelters to be able to work with the families who are in shelter with that, with those programs to be able to start them on that process to self-sufficiency and stabilizing family even before they get an offer of housing. We start working with them while they're in that transitional housing setting to prepare them for the housing process and to keep that housing once they obtain it, because as again LaKenya mentioned early on, one of the biggest reasons families